Hi everyone! So today I'm going to do a review of the 24 pack of the Prismacolor Colerase coloured pencils. My box is a little beat up. I got them on Amazon. Prismacolor aren't sold at all here in the UK. So they had to be imported from America and then sold by Amazon, so they've gotten a little beat up. But the pencils themselves are fine, it's just the box. And I'm going to be putting my pencils in a pencil case anyway, because it's way cuter than a cardboard box. So it's no big deal, but if you like to keep yours in your original packaging, maybe order from somebody who's going to bubble wrap them, I don't know. So I bought these pencils to sketch with mostly, but that's pretty boring visually, so I'll be doing a colouring page demonstration later on. The pencils all have the colour names on them. They're obviously the same colour as the lead, and they all have erasers on the end. As I said, this is the 24 pack, so there's a pretty good colour range. If I had to criticise it, I'd say that I'd like another true brown shade and less reddy browns, because I find they're not hugely useful for what I do for colouring with, or drawing. And the white isn't very pigmented, it hardly shows up on darker colours, so I'd say it's a little pointless, and I'd rather have a colour to take its place. I'm going to be comparing these pencils with my Norris Club erasable coloured pencils that I got on Amazon as a little low-high comparison. So these Colerase, there was 24 of them for £18.35 on Amazon, and that does fluctuate because, like I said, it's imported from America, so kind of exchange rates and also who's importing it does change the price. I got my 12 pack of Norris Club erasable coloured pencils for £3.60, so obviously they are way cheaper. So it's not too bad, they're pretty similar looks wise. They have a nice range of colours for their 12 pack. They didn't bother to include a white, which I'm glad about, because again, particularly with 12 colours, there's a 12th of your pack taken up with a useless pencil that doesn't show up on black, because they're not crazy pigmented, because that's not what they're for. They're meant to be erasable. Obviously, just to compare, this Norris Club pencil has been used a lot. They're not normally that short. The Norris Club ones are slightly thicker than the Prismacolor ones, and I think all American pencils are slightly thinner than European ones. So I don't think that actually is a big deal, but it's a difference. So here I'm just going to compare the two on paper. So as you can see here for the Norris Club pencil, I've just done some shading in a gradient to show how it performs like that, and I've also done a full saturation swatch that I'll then try to rub out and see how well it goes. I chose the similarest colour I could, Colerase. They don't have perfect colour matches, so this is the best I could do. And I'm doing the shading with that, and I think the shading performs a lot better, and also the pencil is slightly more pigmented. You can also see that the Colerase side is a lot less shiny than the Norris Club side, and that is because the Norris Club side is way more waxy. So now I'm using the Derwent Art Eraser, because if I used the erasers on the end of the pencils, that wouldn't be fair because it's not the same rubber. So I'm using the same rubber for both to see how well they erase. You can see I am rubbing really hard on this Norris Club one. And that's not fully gone. It's left a pretty decent stain in the middle. You can see I'm rubbing less hard on the Colerase side, and it's already gone more. So I do think the Colerases erase a lot easier, and I think they're worth the money if you can afford them. They are better than the Norris Club ones, particularly for sketching, where if you've done something wrong you want to completely remove it. I think the Prismacolors are going to perform a lot better than the cheaper Norris Club ones. But I'll link them both in the description so you can check them out. So here I'm just showing you the colouring book that I'll be colouring in today. So this is Enchanted Forest by Joanna Basford. She has some very good colouring books, and I highly recommend if you want some nice adult colouring books, or if you're an older child with good ability to colour within the lines, because these are more complex. Definitely check her out. So I'm just having a little flip through to show you what they all look like. And this is the piece I'll be colouring today, this lovely deer. I'm not going to bother narrating the whole of this part, so I'm just going to, obviously the pencils kind of speak for themselves, so I'm just going to say here I'm colouring in the colouring book. I'm doing a bit of blending and shading with the pencils. They don't blend amazingly, but they aren't designed to. I think they're good colouring book pencils, and I think they're also great for sketching. They are more expensive than some alternatives, but I do think they perform better, so if you have the money for these, I definitely think they're worth it. I think they're a good art supply to have, and I definitely think I'll be using them in colouring books more as well, because they're really handy as you can erase them, so if you go out the lines a little bit, I know I do particularly on colouring books, because I'm not normally just focusing on the colouring book, I'm often watching TV at the same time, so it can be not the neatest, so it's nice to be able to erase it. So yeah. In summary, I think these are really good pencils. I think they're worth the money if you like erasable pencils. If you've never tried them before, I wouldn't say these are the best starter ones for the price in the UK, but if you're in America and they're cheaper for you, then go for it. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please leave me a like and comment, and if you want to see more of my art supply reviews, I have a playlist, so that will be linked on the screen now.